It's not a hard thing to do. I think anybody can do it. The parts, this one is a brand new Toyota, again Toyota made bolt that I purchased here in Finland for $4.99. This one was a little bit cheaper. This one was $3.99. So both together, let's say €4 and a €5. That's under €10 and about 2 hours. Basic tools as you saw, nothing like major and fancy. Just the one of these I used, rusty one as well, to pull the spring back on, and I use a mallet to get the disc on, and that's it. So maybe the most fancy device that I have is a pray bar. This one was $7.99. So I don't think that you're gonna go wrong by doing everything yourself, investing in some tools and getting the job done yourself. So it's nothing to be worried about and sweat over it and lose your sleep. If you look over here, I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but over here I've tightened this one too much, for example, and this one has snapped right in the middle. It's quite actually easy to remove this one. All you want to do while the car is still on the ground, if it is possible for you, get the car on the ground, like in my situation, because you gotta implement some force to the snapped screw over here, and you don't want to provide the force while the car is off the ground, because then that force is gonna go to the bearing as well, and it could possibly do some damage for your bearing. So to prevent that one, make sure that the car is on the ground, and get something like this. This is all I have. Some people use a hammer drill or whatever they have. This is what's hopefully gonna work for me. Then I'm gonna get a mallet, I mean like a proper heavy duty one. So I'm just gonna put it right in the center and just hammer it out, and it is out. And let's see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but yeah, it is loose in there. So now I'm gonna jack up the car, remove the wheel, hopefully not, but I believe that I need to remove the caliper, remove the disc, and then the bolt is gonna fall off. There it is. So we got to remove the caliper and we got to remove the disc. To remove the caliper in this car, there are 2 bolts. One is over here and the other one is further down. It's over here. All you need to do is just remove these 2, and then the whole thing is gonna come off. Right, so now that I removed both of these, it's really easy. Just get it out and make sure that there is no tension on the brake line. Just rest it on the trail, and then the disc should come out. If it doesn't come out like this, it's probably because the handbrake has been pulled. So just release the handbrake and it should come off. So now it is out. As you can see, let's just get something to take it out proper. Can I take it with a magnet? It's not even magnetic. Right, maybe with a, what do I have? Maybe with a nose pliers. Can it take out like that? Please come out. Don't be like that. I don't know, man, this is just super sketchy. Right, I'm gonna put the camera down and take this one out. I will update you on how I got it out. Right, here it is. And the way that I got it out, I loosened this spring from here, which is for the obviously handbrake, and this thing started to move, and I got it out. Now all you gotta do is put a new one. So here is the scenario. This goes behind your bearing, and then we have the disc, we have the ring with the tire on it, and then this one screws on top of it. If you overdo it, then it's gonna snap like this. Now we got this one out. This is a new one, and luckily in Finland only they sell the original Toyota parts. There is no third-party company that does this, at least here in Finland. So I got lucky, I got the original part, and I bought one of these because I didn't want to hassle of removing this from here, and I thought maybe the grooves inside are kind of like damaged, so it's better to go with a brand new one. Do a comparison. They're the same, they look the same, they're the same size anyway. So as you can see, there are grooves over here. These are gonna sit inside the grooves on the bearing. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there are grooves inside, and make sure do not damage them, because if you damage them then you are in a proper big trouble. This is just gonna keep turning in there, so take your time while you're putting this new one in, and just play with it a little bit when you feel like it's sitting in there, and then start slowly to do your lug nuts. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna put this one in. It's kind of hard, that's why I'm not gonna film it. Just gonna put it in, and once I'm happy with the placement of it, then I'm gonna put all the handbrake parts all together. It's just gotta be like the other side, and then put the spring back on there, and there we go. There we have it. Just put the router back on, put the caliper, and just follow. Right, so as you can see, the spring is back on, all the parts and components for the handbrake is on, and I went a little bit again crafty. And what did I do? I just used this to slowly screw it in, and now it looks good. I mean, if you can see it, it went all the way down and it dragged the bolt in, so now I can easily unscrew this one, and it is good enough to put the tire on. And once the tire on and we're gonna start like fasten all the bolts, it's gonna slowly get inside, so I think it should be good to go. One thing that I advise you to do, since this is a new bolt and it's got to be kind of like different, if you look at the others, they are like all the way in and it's just like proper. You're not going to be able to do this one like straight away. That's what I presume anyway. So after driving the car for something like 150 200 kilometers, 100 miles, whatever, a reasonable distance, just park the car and jack it up. Try to make sure that all the bolts are again proper, safe and proper, like fastened, and it's in a good shape, just to save yourself any further damage. It's not going to take that long. It's about 5-minute job, but it's giving you the insurance that you are in a good shape. So that's it. It's not a hard thing to do. I think anybody can do it. The parts, this one is a brand new Toyota made bolt that I purchased here in Finland for $4.99. This one was a little bit cheaper. This one was $3.99. So both together, let's say €4 and a €5. That's under €10 and about 2 hours. Basic tools as you saw, nothing like major and fancy. Just one of these I used, rusty one as well, to pull the spring back on, and I used a mallet to get the disc on, and that's it. So maybe the most fancy device that I have is a pray bar. This one was $7.99, so I don't think that you're gonna go wrong by doing everything yourself, investing in some tools and getting the job done yourself. So it's nothing to be worried about, and sweat over it and lose your sleep. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Watch the other videos. I've just changed the bushings on this car as well. There they are. So if you need to do this as well yourself, just click on the video in the corner. There are some other maintenance that I've done on this car. Just go on this channel and take a look at them. They might come handy. Thank you. Oh, by the way, like the video. It's a big help. Stay tuned for more videos like this one. Thank you.